Anna, it's good to have you back again. I want you to pick up from where Carl stopped, and something that Angela really did bring up quite clearly in her keynote address. How do we resolve this mismatch between hope on one hand, aspirations, and fears, and sometimes disappointment that the system or the world does not seem to work for the good of young people? This is not something that is limited to Uganda or any particular African country, but more especially in 2020, it's something that we've seen across the world, whether it's in South America, in North America with the rest violence and protests in May and June, but also in Europe with the movement against statues and the legacy of colonialism and all these other ills. Do you think for young people, 2020 is that year where they feel, you know, it's you either fight now or you lose the fight?
Thank you. Good to be back. Well, I can tell you what we as CAS are doing, because I think this is an option. This is one of the solutions that can contribute to also less violence, as Carl was describing it. I think it's important that we create the space for youth participation. So we also have already our networks, also to the political elites, to the parties worldwide. It's not enough to just empower the young people. Many young people are already bright and empowered and have amazing skills, but they do not have the space where they can prove them, where they can be of need. So I think it's also for us to open the space to interlink young talented people with those already in power, with the decision makers, to also allow them to enter into the different sectors and to be, just to show what they can. Because I think young people really do bring a lot with them. I mean, just take all the digital sphere, how much young people do know about it, and innovation, and how much we can learn from each other. By the way, I kind of tend also to put myself into this framework of still belonging to the young generation. But Kwesi, if you also allow me, young people being, the question of young people being worried about their future. And this plays into your first question on the leadership. And this is where you can really see and feel the difference. How has the leadership reacted to the crisis? How does it manage the crisis, right? And here's where you can really see the difference, because actually all the theory would tell you that handling a crisis, the most important thing about it is communication, communication, communication. And I think this is, the role also for the government and for the decision makers to play. You need to be transparent in your strategies. You need to be transparent in your plan, how you want to overcome this crisis. You need to explain why you are doing certain things and why and other things should not be done. So, and I think by doing it, by really, basically bringing on board everyone, all your, you can talk about your team as a leader, your followers, or the whole population. You can just release the stress, and you can just, again, place this hope that is really very needed, especially in the young generation. So this is, again, the responsibility for the young generation that actually urges the decision makers to communicate in the way that young people understand. understand and that they feel, okay, now it's really on us also to invest in our own future. And I'm sure most of the young people are not destructive and they really want to contribute it, but it takes, of course, some endeavors to just bring them on board.
Thank you. And